is your first time of joining us, I would like you to hit like and subscribe to this channel. We're trying to bring a short video that will give us a direct information. Also, today we are talking about how do you mine Bitcoin, because at a certain point in time, when I heard mining Bitcoin, I thought it's the same way that you mine gold, and I've been thinking until I start doing research and kind of doing some study to find out how do you create a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So on this class, I'm just trying to bring it precisely to us in this very short time for us to understand it. So we talk about creating crypto, okay, or mining, mining crypto. Okay, so how do you mine crypto? What is it? How do you do that? How do you mine it? But before then, let's use Bitcoin as a study course, as a study case. Let's use Bitcoin as a study case. Okay, so we use Bitcoin as a study case. So how do you mine Bitcoin? Let's start with what is Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin? Okay, what is Bitcoin? Okay, what is Bitcoin? So if we look at it, what is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is a digital asset. So we say it's a digital asset. Digital asset. Okay, so we agree it's a digital asset, which means it's done through computer. The information, the technology is inside computer. It's a technology that allows to create something that is very scarce to have. So it's an intangible asset, something that is there because it has the value. Sometimes we talk about how do you even create value. When you think something is very valuable, then it has value. If you think so, and I think so, and we use it for a purpose, for something, and every one of us put value into it, then it's valuable. So, digital is a digital asset. Bitcoin is a digital asset. So also some other, cryptocurrency, they are all digital assets. So we say it's a digital asset, okay? Even though some crypto, some coin, they have more usages than just being a coin. They have more other usages for it. But today, let's just focus on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the leader of Bitcoin. So we say it's a digital asset. Then we talk about how do you mine Bitcoin? How do you get Bitcoin? How do you now say, hey, I have a Bitcoin now, or how is it produced? So we said, how do they mine Bitcoin or crypto or coin or crypto? Let's just say crypto coin. How? Right. So most of it this has to do with a technology that is created, and Bitcoin in particular is created through is created. Bitcoin is created through a complex mathematical solution. So what we're saying is when before a one Bitcoin is produced, the computer, the system, through the technologies that is invented, has to solve a complex mathematical problem, a complex mathematical problem. Once one is solved, then one Bitcoin is created. Once one is solved, one Bitcoin is created. Now, this is not something that you can just sit in at your table and kind of figure out and solve it. No, it's impossible to solve it. It has to be done through the computer, and that is what they call mining Bitcoin, or mining cryptocurrency, or mining crypto, forming a digital currency. Okay, it's through a complex mathematical problem that is solved. Once it's solved, one Bitcoin is created. And that is what the process of that is what is called mining. So the mining, mining Bitcoin. Now, you can sometimes if you go into the details a little bit, you can see these companies that are miners having thousands of computers trying to solve this problem, trying to solve this. Sometimes they have 200, 500 computers all working together at the same time to create a Bitcoin, to create a coin. So all that process is called mining. That's how Bitcoin is created. And so now we can say, okay, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is as an asset. It's a digital asset. Okay. So how is it being mined, or how is it being created? It's created through solving of a complex mathematical problem. Once you solve that problem, then one Bitcoin has been produced, or any other coin that is being trying to created. So that is how it's called. Then when it comes to Bitcoin, we say Bitcoin is it has a store of value. So we said Bitcoin has a store of value. So you can now look at that and say, how does it have a store of value? Number one, if you think, like I've said earlier, if you think something is valuable, the value of a product is the degree of love or liking or likeness that we put on a product. Okay, if you say, oh, I love it, and I said, I love it, and everybody said they love it, then it's valuable. Okay, so the value comes from us saying it is valuable because it is scarce. So number one thing that makes it valuable is limited in supply. So Bitcoin is limited in supply. Okay, it's only 21 million coin. Okay, so in the whole wide world, we only have 21 million Bitcoin. Okay, if you look at us, everyone in the whole world, we probably like what, 8 billion people, but we only have 21 million Bitcoin. Okay, so the supply is limited. The supply is limited. Okay, and moreover, if you look at Bitcoin, the government seems to be interested in Bitcoin. Okay, government seems to be interested in Bitcoin. So the more the more the government is legitimizing it, or it might be slow, but it seems like they're getting it little by little. Because if you look at it now, U.S. Treasury is one of the big holders of Bitcoin. Okay, U.S. Treasury is one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin. So if the government is holding Bitcoin, then we have a great chance. And if you look at the numbers of government officials We're talking about the senator, the House of Reps, the secretary, people in government. A very high percentage of them kind of invested in Bitcoin. So we say, the chances of it being the next financial property or assets that we can hold could be, Bitcoin. And that is why, because of the economic situation that we find ourselves, people trying to look for other alternative in order for us to be able to keep building this generational wealth. And that is what we are talking about today. And that's why I'm trying to just explain in a little way that we can understand that creating a crypto or mining crypto doesn't mean you dig in the ground. It just means you go into the computer with the technology, and now you are coming up with solving a complex mathematical problem. And once you do that, then you have one Bitcoin created. And also you create it through computers. You cannot do it by yourself, and it's a store of value. And the government is interested. It seems to be interested in it because it saves the orders of one of the highest orders of Bitcoin is the U.S. Treasury. And also, let me just make sure I didn't forget anything. If you look at the store of value of Bitcoin, it gives us hope for a long-term investment. And that is why I'm trying to bring it to us, just for us to understand it. Because in the past, it seems like people don't understand it. I don't understand it myself until I start doing this research and I kind of get idea of it. And plus now, a lot of AI and a lot of things are going digital. A lot of things are going into a fast lane of digital computer and technology. So I believe, monetary, financial is not going to be behind. So they change into it. And that is why I'm bringing it out to you. If this is your first time of joining us, like I said earlier, I would like you to subscribe to this channel. I would like you to comment. And this is where we try all our possible best to come together to share information and to build this generational wealth. Join me in the next video as I bring more of such information and content just for us to be empowered and to be knowledgeable about making the right decision for ourselves. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.